tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more. Do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. No more phone me blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she in next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might be coming at it. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it now, I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, and you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a 5-star, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her,
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the Birks, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no, you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mafia, we got a lot to talk about today as we move into a weekend. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't do anything crazy, but are we going to get a push up? I want to talk about some key levels to the upside, guys. We're going to take a look at Market Cipher B. I want to take a look at some of the potential signals that could be pointing towards a push to the downside. But I'll be honest right now, guys. Things are kind of just wiggling around. I don't really see super strong confirmations in either direction. But I'm going to break down exactly what I'm looking at for you guys. We have money flow coming out on some specific time frames, but I'm going to show you guys why we need to be very, very careful with looking at even just, most indicators in general. We have to be really careful right now as we are in a very strong uptrend. Sometimes some of the bearish signals won't play out, but sometimes when we go sideways, like the indicators are going to be a little bit hard to read, at least at this point in the market. So I kind of want to show you guys how I'm handling things. But we'll talk about, we're going to take a look at Total 3. We'll take a look at some of those altcoins and then obviously break down where we think Bitcoin is going next to hopefully prepare the Mafia to go into the weekend. Now, I don't typically trade on the weekends, but I know some of the Mafia members have some time off on the weekend, so that's when you guys do trade. So, yeah, so so be careful out there, guys. The weekends are low liquidity, low volume, and sometimes the price action can be a little bit wonky or just kind of sideways. It's a little weird. There's a few reasons why I don't trade on the weekends, but shout out to the CandleMafia, guys. We're going to break down all those key levels for you. Thank you for tuning in for tonight's live stream. Smash that like button if you have not already. Every 100 likes we get will get you guys closer to winning some free crypto. I can't talk today, guys. It's Friday. I'm ready to watch. I want to watch let me know who's watching the Mike Tyson fight. Are you guys watching the Mike Tyson fight? I'm pretty sure it's tonight. If it is, I'm gonna hop out of here and we're gonna go watch that fight. It's gonna be super fun. Maybe we'll bet on the fight. I feel like you gotta bet on Mike, right? I feel like it's just like I don't know. I feel let's go. Shout out to Tyson. But yeah, I don't know. I feel a little bit weird about the why would he put his legacy on the line for that, to fight such a young person like that? But yeah, hopefully I'm rooting for Mike. But yeah, shout out to the Mafia, guys. Smash that like button. Let's see, Iron Mike, baby. Shout out to Ramza. We got Gen Z in the chat. We got Daniel Wright. What is going on, bro? We got Nirvana, French Toaster in the chat, guys. Show our mods some love. We got Captain Kirk, Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Billy, Tyler Durden. And Tyler Durden is like a crowd favorite on Fridays because he's the Cardano man. He will be sending you that free Cardano if you win the giveaways. If we had 850 likes on tonight's live stream, guys, I will be giving away some Frankie Candles hats as well. Let's see. Psychedelic Astronaut said, why do we always have to be careful? Shout out to Psychedelic Astronaut. I mean, you don't have to be careful. But I would recommend, not financial advice, I would recommend being careful. But yeah, shout out to Psychedelic Astronaut. We got Jesse in the chat. DMB Smurf, what is up? Wayne C, good to see you, bro. And last but not least, let's see who we got in here. Hazard Shot and Jesse, who is the Like Police, guys. So shout out to Jesse. You got to listen to him when he says smash that like button. You got to do it. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you for the super chat. He says, if Mike loses, it's rigged. Shout out to Tony D. Let's go. Maybe we'll bet on it. I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah. We'll see I don't know what the odds are, but we'll bet on it. We'll load up the old gambling account. See, guys, your boy Frankie Candles, right? He might be a sound trader. He might use good risk management in his trading, but it doesn't mean he doesn't like to gamble on a fight once in a while. But yeah, guys, with all that being said, I'm the Like Police. Shout out to Jay Violet. We got multiple Like Police officers in the chat, guys, so make sure you smash it up. Plus, you're going to get some free Frankie Candles hats or a chance to win some free Frankie Candles hats. And if we hit 850, I'll give away hats and some Solana. How about that? So yeah, go ahead and do that. Let's see. Stinks of a stage event. I know. It always is like a little suspicious when it's like big, high-profile fights. It's like, yeah, I don't know. But we'll have to see. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about it on Monday. And, yeah, let's see. Yo, Tony D, drop a poll in the chat. Let's see. I mean, I'm pretty sure Mike is going to win that poll. But go ahead and drop a poll in the chat. See what people would bet on. Not who they want to win. Who they would bet on, assuming it's a fair fight. But, guys, speaking of fights, we got to talk about the fight between the Bears and the Bulls right now. Let's go ahead and jump on into the charts and break down Bitcoin for the Candle Mafia. Let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's go. So here we are, guys. Bitcoin. Oh, God. All right. Let's break this down real quick, guys. Let's see. Al Jr. said, Frankie, you left me thinking, so risk it for the biscuit and sacrifice for that pizza slice. Yo, sacrifice for the pizza slice is fire. Yo, Al Jr., I might use that. I'll give you credit. I'm going to steal it, but I will give you credit every time I say it. Got to sacrifice for the pizza slice, guys. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. I'm going short on Paul. Let's go. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here, guys. Now, I'm going to break down, we'll hide the TA for now, right? And then I will just go over kind of the higher time frames. We'll talk about kind of the money flow here and why I am being a bit more careful with the money flow here. Now, as you guys know, the money flow on Market Cypher B is one of those big things that we like to look at to indicate the overall trend, right? We talk about this all the time. Money flow crosses into the green. You're looking, at least here on the 90-minute, right? You're looking for that 90-minute trend to continue to the upside. Obviously, this one was very, very large because it was kind of that big breakout. But, just in general, 90-minute money flow crossover into the green. You expect the trend to continue up. It's okay to get little pullbacks, but you're looking for higher lows and continuations of that trend to the upside. And then obviously on the contrary, when you get those 90-minute money flow crossovers into the red, you're looking for those continuations to the downside. And so on and so forth. You can go ahead and back test this to your heart's desire. More often than not, when you get those money flow crossovers, kind of got choppy here, but money flow came in the red, he came back down. Money flow in the green, trend continues up. Money flow in the red, price continues down. Right now, we're not just trading solely based off this, but I am going to be a bit more careful with the money flow here, guys, because as you can see, when price goes sideways, when things are a little less explosive in the bull market territory, we come into the green, we come into the red, right? It's a nice little oscillating move. You get the trend up, the trend down. You get the trend up, you get a little trend down. But in a bull market, guys, oftentimes you will see a trend up on money flow, right? You'll get that 90-minute money flow, bing bong, right? You're trending up, feeling good. Money flow starts to come out. You're like, oh, maybe we got bear divs here. Are we looking for a move down? And then money flow just comes right back up into the green. And this is very, very common in a bull market. If we even come all the way back, just to kind of show you guys, come all the way back into the bull market here from 2021. Obviously, that 5-hour, 4-hour money flow, it's good. 4 hours going to look very similar, right? Starts coming out, comes right back into the green. Oh, my God, money flow's coming out, right back into the green. Oh, my God, money flow's coming out, just kind of stays flat as you grind to the upside. Even here, you get a little crossover into the red, but what happens? You just come down, and then another big rip to the upside. You stay in the green for, like, ever. So this is why, right, situations like this is kind of why I'm being very careful with the money flow crossovers or money flows coming to the downside, right? You can come right back up, come down, come right back up, come down. You can kind of just stay flat as price continues up. Now, in a different situation, not in the start of a bull market like we're seeing right now, I don't know if I would call this the start, but, in a different situation, I'm looking at money flow, and we're looking for, like, trends to the downside, right? But at this point, with this big impulse, the fact that we're in price discovery right now, when we see those money flows cross over into the red, sometimes it will fake out. And you can even see this here on the 1 hour. Even here, you're looking at this, you got bearish divergences, you got money flow coming to the downside, right? You got your higher highs on price, lower highs on your momentum waves. And sure, right, like, was this a beautiful short position? Absolutely. You could have made tons of money on that push to the downside. However, money flow came into the red, and what's happening now? We're just right back in the green. So you got to be careful with that stuff. It's not that you're not looking at that as a bearish signal that for a continuation down. You just have to be aware that those bearish signs are very likely to get faked out here. And because of this, guys, it is a bit hard to, really confidently say that, it's time for a pullback, even if we start to see some things print here, such as a 2-day red dot, right? This 2-day red dot may look to print over the weekend. We'll have to see what happens. But if it does, in the bull market, we're looking for bearish divergences, like any of those bearish confirmations, kind of looking at that. Like, typically bear divs will give you a nice pull to the downside, right? But yeah, oftentimes in a bull market, right, like, you're kind of just looking for them to either give you a little bit of consolidation or even just a little pullback. But again, that's going to be for a higher low and a continuation up. So just be careful out there right now, at least with the bearish signals. And other than that, like, even on this 1 hour money flow crossover or the 90-minute, you guys know this was one of the things that we were looking at recently as we were printing the red dot here on the daily, which is now confirmed. We printed that red dot on the daily with the 90-minute money flow crossover saying, hey, if that 90-minute money flow crosses into the red, that's kind of where I would look for a bigger move down. Now, that red dot is already confirmed at this point, so it does kind of take that setup away. And you can see, like, money flow just kind of came back up here on the 90-minute. So, I'm being very careful with those bearish signals, not looking to, like, just FOMO short to zero or anything like that. But, if I were to watch something, this 90-minute money flow is probably going to be it, but it does look like it may want to do something like it did back here. Now, with that being said, I do want to talk about some key levels below us in case we do wind up getting a push to the downside. But look at this 4 hour money flow, guys. This 4 hour money flow is thick in the green. And even here, perfect example again, 4 hour in the red, right back into the green, and you come up. Into the red, right back into the green, and you come up. And you could see that the same thing with both bearish divergences, but that money flow crossover really only gave you a little consolidation for another big move up, right? And that's kind of how the bull market goes, right? You kind of get the big rip up, little consolidation sideways, and, it's kind of what we were looking at even all the way back here, right? Like, when you're in these explosive moves to the upside, there's limited time to get in on the dips, right? Like, you get the big push up, little wiggle sideways, little dump, big push up, little wiggle sideways, big dump down, right? Or little wash out of the longs, another big move up, consolidation. Even here, big move up, consolidation, right? Another big move up, and then we have that 7-month consolidation. But that's kind of how it goes in these strong uptrends. We have to wait for that consolidation to give us a little context into what the market could potentially give us and what that next direction on Bitcoin is going to be. And in a bull market, really what I'm favoring is consolidation sideways, and then obviously we trade longs and shorts within these ranges, but I am going to be favoring the long positions in anticipation of a potential break back to the upside. Even, money flow comes out, we could take bets on that, but again, taking very small losses on those bets, right? Managing that risk very tightly on the shorts. Eventually we'll get a pullback and that short will play. But really, for the most part, favoring the uptrend is going to really benefit you here moving forward, especially until we get a more of a decent correction. Now, the nice thing here on Bitcoin is that we are getting the sideways consolidation, which you guys know we love because we can pull some ranges on this and get an idea of where price is likely to go next based off the volume profile. And I want to talk about some of these lower levels in case we do get some kind of a dump. I'm just going to get it out of the way. I'm not necessarily anticipating these prices to come in, but there is a reason why if we were to see some kind of a random kind of flash push down or a flash crash to the downside. Now, I want to be clear. When I say flash crash, I'm not talking about like to zero, right? I'm talking about, potential, I don't even want to call it a crash, but like a little flash pullback, right? Maybe into the $80,000 zone. Now, again, I'm not necessarily calling for this. Again, money flow looks pretty thick here. It's really nothing super bearish on the chart right now. But if we do get down there, we do have a ton of liquidity sitting down here, which means if we break some of these specific levels below this range, we could start to see those liquidations come into play and give us a fast move to the downside. So I just want to give you some of the key levels that I would have on the chart just to look for some potential support, right? Because I want the Mafia to be aware that when you see this push down, if you see this push down, it is going to feel scary, especially when you go from 91 and then you get a big volatile move down to like, say, 80K. That's going to feel crazy, right? And like a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, is this the bear market? And it's like, Zoom out. We're at $80,000 on Bitcoin. It's not a bear market. But this, I want you to be aware of these levels, guys, because if we do get that pullback, it could potentially be like one of the few times that we're going to get in a massive move up in a bull market to potentially buy the dip or look for new long positions. So yeah, I'll break down the lower levels, and then we'll come in here to the local time frames, and I'll talk to you about how I'm actually handling this, and we'll talk about kind of how I'm trading this in general. So if we go ahead and pull up some of these local levels down below. And again, I'm not necessarily like really even anticipating this, but I want to get you guys the levels so you actually know what we're looking at. Shout out to the long position in the premium Discord, but I will go ahead and hide that for now. But I will, these are the levels here, guys. Golden Pocket sitting right down here, and we've kind of covered this, right? Like these are still pretty much the similar levels that we've been looking at for the past couple days, right? But it really comes down to this kind of little last area of like stagnation, kind of slow grind up that we had. We have a couple key levels here, right? We have a golden pocket retracement. Now, if we were to pull back here, you have to remember, like I said here, I'll pull these up and I'll pull up the liquidation levels in just a second. But you have to understand, a lot of people FOMO long on these big moves, right? And this is the only reason why I'm bringing up this level is because if we get some kind of a pushback, right, or a pullback, and we start cracking those liquidations, we could see a pretty quick drop down to some of these levels. And again, that would not be bearish, in my opinion. And I'll be honest, I don't even know if we're going to get that. We're going to talk about the higher targets in a second as well. I'm like, don't even really feel comfortable, like, leaning a certain way right now. I am trading, in the premium Discord, we've been just trading this range, and then when it breaks, we're not anymore, but we would have either been in a short from here if it broke down, or now we had the long setup from earlier today or actually I think it was posted yesterday. If we break to the upside, we have that position now. Now, unfortunately, I am holding a long here, but not on Bitcoin. I'll talk about that in just a second. But I didn't personally take this position, but it was in the Discord. So we do fly. That's typically how we do with the volume profiles, guys. Like we trade the range until it either breaks up or breaks down. Now, there are ways to anticipate whether it's more likely to break up or break down, but right now it's kind of neutral. I'll be honest. Like the fact that we are in the midst of a massive bull market, or potentially like about to see some real serious fireworks, even though we've kind of already seen a bunch of them. I'm not trying to make any super heavy bets for massive pullbacks, but you have to be ready, right? Because if you do get the pullback, you want to be ready to either buy the dip or look for that move up. So first off, golden pocket retracement. We have a lot of liquidations sitting below this range, right? Which makes sense. You range around here, and you have to think to yourself, what is everybody thinking down here, guys? Oh my God, I got to long the heck out of this thing for the next big move up. Look what happened here, right? Boom, look what happened here, boom. Oh my God, everybody's longing. And we have now, what happens when people look for long positions at the bottom of these ranges, guys? It's going to put their stop losses below that range, whether it's below this low, whether it's just below the range in general, right? Some people are going to have some, just no stop losses and liquidation levels. So that puts a lot of liquidity all in here. We have a lot of stop losses and liquidation levels in here. So if price comes on down and we start breaking some specific levels, I'll talk about them. I'm going to talk about them in just a second. But we start stopping out and liquidating these people, guys. What's it going to do? When you get stopped out of that long position, liquidated out of that long position, it's going to add market sells to the books, right? So it's going to push price down very, very, very quickly in a liquidation event, which is going to bring you down to some of these key levels. So, and I'm going to talk about the key level we have to break to see that potentially happen. But if we get that pushback, pull. I don't know why I keep saying pushback, push down. This is why I'm bringing up these levels again. Not anticipating it necessarily, but if that happens, it's probably going to happen quick. So, golden pocket, right? It's not just a golden pocket, guys. We also have a daily naked point of control sitting here in beautiful confluence. This is sitting between about $81,800, top of the golden pocket at 82.6. That's the zone, right? So that's kind of the first opportunity. Well, I shouldn't say first because we do have the 786. This is worth noting here, guys. 84,100. 786 of this golden pocket, right? So, if we don't bounce off the golden pocket, we can look to bounce off the 786. But to be quite honest, this is the stronger level. Golden pocket, daily naked point of control. On top of that, but just underneath that, you have another daily naked point of control at 79,997 with the 786 of this fib pull, all the way down at $79,500. Now, if we did come down here, this would kind of be, this is the first level. This would be a more confluent level. And then this level, not only is the daily naked point of control 786, but also the psychological level, 80K is going to be a big psychological level to hold, guys. People are not going to want to lose that level. So that adds a little bit of confluence to that zone as well. And on top of that, I know it's wonky, guys, but you can even look at this as some kind of a volume profile, although it's not a sideways range, which is typically where I like to pull my ranges from. It's kind of just like a slow trail up. up. But you could still, grab the volume traded within those candles and visualize it as a volume profile, which gives you somewhat of a volume profile like this, which is also pretty confluent with these other two key levels of support, right? So if we come down, and just understand, we're going to take a look at those liquidation levels in a second. If we liquidate those longs, right, and we don't bounce off the 786 and we lose this, we're probably going to be looking down towards golden pocket, daily naked point of control between 82.5 and 81.8. Right? If we don't bounce there, it's nice because we have this volume profile, this wonky volume profile down below. And if we lose this and get stuck underneath, where are we going to look? We're going to look down towards that POC, which is going to be, I would be looking at that. It's sitting at about 81K. But, at that point, you're kind of looking for this range to fill, lose the POC, look to go down to the value area low where we have that next key level of support, right? So these are going to be the big levels if we saw some kind of a big correction. And I'm, again, not calling for this. I'm not saying like, oh, my God, it's bearish. We're going down to this level necessarily. But if it happens, because of the liquidity, and because of, honestly, just the lack of support that we've built up here, right? You get these quick moves up. Oftentimes, guys, when you look at a volume profile, the quick moves up equal quick moves down. If I pull up the VPVR here real quick, I didn't even crack my Aztecian Cactus Moss Water today, guys. Let me go ahead and pull up that VPVR real quick. You guys can see, right? Like that 786 has a little bit of a spike in volume, but for the most part, the volume's up here, and then your next highest volume nodes are down here. Not too much here other than the 786. So you start falling, right? You rip up, nothing really holding you up. You come back in, you're going to fall into this gap, and there's not much holding you up other than that 786. So you don't hold that 786. Simply looking down here towards that next golden pocket daily naked point of control. So not only, and again, just like you kind of fly through those low volume gaps, right? Price likes to stick to the high volume nodes and then fly through those low volume gaps. It's kind of the same theory. It's kind of weird, right? Because there's no support here, so you expect price to fall quickly. But what also makes price move quickly? People getting liquidated, right? So in the same way, you're falling through the gap, but you're also just liquidating these traders, which also gives you the idea that you're probably going to get that move down pretty quickly. So we'll see what happens, right? Hopefully we don't have to get the move down there, but, nothing goes up in a straight line forever. But if it does go down in a bull market, guys, you got to buy it up quick. Our long in the premium Discord from $78,000, where is it? Right here, from 78K. Like, we had to catch this very quickly, right? You were coming up. Shrimp, that was the last chance to get the long, and we caught that long. I'm now fully out of that long after this last move up. Wrote it up, and I think I took most of the profits up here. That was a nice trade. But that's kind of what I'm looking at to the downside. So you kind of have the gap below, other than the 786. Come on. Got the gap down below, the liquidations, which could add to that quick move to the downside. Let's talk about kind of the level we need to break to see that potentially come in. So let me pull up the liquidation levels super quick here. See if I can get it to work. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead. Hang on one second here, guys. What is going on with the Come on. Don't make me choke on the internet here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. All right, so if we zoom in here, guys, like, where is that liquidity, right? We do have some liquidity above here as well. So, again, I'm not necessarily calling for this. It's just you have to be aware of it in case we get the move down. We'll cover the move to the upside in just a second. But sitting right here at about 85.2-ish, right? That is where those liquidations start. So 85.2, right under these wicks, is where that liquidity begins, which means that if you come down, really, you want to see something like this. You want to see a quick move into the 786 and then a quick reversal back to the upside. This would be saving you from getting the bigger move down. However, if we pull up those liquidations again, if we start dipping into here and we start coming down and we push down 83.8, right? 83.7, we start to hit these massive, massive liquidations. And that, I think, is where you see the bigger flush to the downside, bringing you down to about where? $81,000. Pulling up TradingView again, pushes you down, right? All those liquidations, all those liquidations sitting below the wick, right? And then they really kind of start to teeter out towards here. So what that means is if we come down here and we start losing that level and we push down and we hit all those massive liquidations, that could bring us down to where? That $81-ish thousand level, which is the first key level. And then if we break that, we can then look down towards that 786. Does that make sense? It's not just these aren't just random levels that we're looking at. We're actually trying to figure out what could cause that push to the downside. Now, again, not calling for that, but if it happens, you're going to be happy that your boy Frankie Candles is telling you. Like, a lot of people are just going to see that and be like, oh my God, what's happening? Should I sell my altcoins? Like, what, is it all over? And then it's like, no, we're just getting liquidations taken, right? We had a low volume gap here, right? And you know where we're going to be looking for those bounces. And again, hopefully we don't have to see that. But those are the levels. One more time, 82,572 all the way down to about 81.8. Below that, you have your daily naked point of control 786 sitting at 80,083 to 79,473, right? And then don't forget little like bonus level 786. If you're not going to get the bigger move down, just come back, trade this as a range, back to the upside. Obviously, you have to know what to look for. Shout out to the premium Discord. But that is what we're looking at. So those are the lower levels, and I know nobody likes to hear those lower levels. So let's go over the upper levels. And again, I'll be honest with you guys. Like a lot of times, like if I think price is going to go down, I'll just come up here and be like, guys, I wish I could look at higher levels, but I think price is going to go down, so we're looking at the lower levels. Typically, I say that. But right now, I'm just going to look at both because I don't know what's going to happen here. And take that from your boy Frankie Candles. I don't know what's going to happen, right? A lot of times we do think we know, and a lot of times we're right. But right now, I'm not making any huge bets, right? Because, again, in a bull market, we have to favor the move up. Otherwise, well, we'll have to see what happens here. But if we continue up, guys, can Bitcoin hit 100K? Yo, shout out to Jesse. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you so much. He said, told you all Liquid Diddy was around the corner. Yo, shout out to Jesse. Let's go, bro. Oh, God, the Liquid Diddy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Should we just call liquidations baby oil? Should we just start calling? Guys. Mafia, look at all that baby oil, baby, because once Bitcoin slips into that baby oil, shwip, we slip to the downside. You start running, you hit this baby oil up here, shwip, you flip to the upside. Liquidity is now called baby oil, guys. And thank you, Jesse, for inventing that. Thank you for giving me that idea. Let's see. Full moon may be up. Yeah, I hear a lot of things about the full moon. I talked about this in the premium Discord today. Typically, I'm kind of like guys, if you think trading a full moon or a new moon or whatever is that easy, then you're crazy. But I will say this, guys. I used to hate on the moon phases a lot. Until I backtested them, and I'm like, that's so interesting. I still don't know if it's the actual moon. Like, come on, is it the moon that moves the price? I don't know. But I will say, after looking at it on a chart, just a simple moon phase indicator, it does hit, like, more than it doesn't. I will say that. I mean, honestly, it's like, very similar to, like, the probability of, like, a pattern. Oh, my God. I keep getting logged out of this thing. But it is literally... Like, I don't know. Let me pull up the moon phase indicator real quick, just to show you guys. What is it? This one, right? I'll go ahead and hide the TA here and zoom out. I don't know. And I'm like, I don't even know really how to read this, right? Because I never pay attention to the moon phases. But is it, shout out to Captain Kirk. I think Captain was talking about it. Shout out to Captain Kirk for the super chat. Says, Frankie, for S's and G's, will you pull, shout out to Captain. I front ran you on that one. Shout out to Captain. Full moon on the 17th. So, how does it work? Is it full moon pump, new moon dump? Like, what is it? Is it what is a waning moon? What about a waning crescent? Does that make a difference? Waning crescent means an SFP on the 7-minute. Yo, shout out to Tony D said, yo, boil AV. Yo, why have I been like swapping words lately? I said the other day, what was it? Investee is risking or something? I messed up that. I just keep like swapping words. That is very interesting. But shout out to Tony D says, baby oil, shwip, put it on a shirt. Actually, speaking of the shirts, that was the last shirt that he made was the last word I messed up. So shout out to Tony D. But, oh yeah, risking is investee is what I said. Yo, put it on a shirt. Risking is investee, guys. Yo. Oh, God, that's so good. Investee is risky. Yeah, it was, BTC often pumps on full moons. Okay, so I assume these are full moons, I would assume. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, so full moons are the white ones. So, yeah, I mean, you look at this, right, and, you know, I don't know. I mean, you look at this. Sure, you kind of dumped here, but over time, you did come up, right? Like right here, sure, you get a little dump, but you do come up. Here, I mean, and now listen, I kind of talked about this in the Discord. It's like, can you do that with any indicator, right? Like I did it with Market Cypher B. It's like I could come up here and say, guys, you could just short and long the red dots. I never do say that because it's not that easy. But, red dot, look, we came down, right? Like, oh, green dot, look, we came up. Look, red dot, oh, we came down. It's never that easy, right? Because if it was, we would just make a bot and just trade off the red and green dots, and we'd make $1 bazillion, and I could just do whatever I wanted all day, which probably would be sitting on the charts. So, but yeah, I mean, it is, you back test it, and it's like, I mean, hey, it's not like it. I don't know. When I looked at the chart, I had to hate on it a little less. Not that I hated on it, but I just kind of think like, come on, if you're going to trade based off that, you got to change your strategy. But just back test it. I don't know. And I have been. Someone told me that there's an actual reason why it really pumps. It doesn't really have to do with the moon. It has to do with the timing of something else. But I don't know. I'm not a moon phase expert. But I will tell you this: looking at that chart, it does look like it plays out just about as much as a trading pattern would, if you're just looking at the pattern. So. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll actually see it. I wouldn't be surprised after looking at that moon phase indicator. I wouldn't be super surprised if we get some kind of a move up, especially in a bull market. I mean, I'm sure it's probably. Let's see. Should we turn it? Are we going to be the moon phase channel now? But yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, like, here you go, shrimp. I mean, sure, you got a little dump, but like in the grand scheme of things, like, who cares, right? Because you could look at this and be like, oh my God, full moon, and then you dumped, but like. Look at it, not on the 5-minute chart, and you're up, right? And then here, I guess this one didn't play out. You just continued up. This one, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it obviously wouldn't play out 100% of the time, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's not something that I would take a bet on, but we'll see what happens. Tune in on Monday, guys. We will let you know if that wound up playing out. But let's see. Shout out to Marky Mark and the Funky Dutch. Shout out to Marky Mark and the Funky Dutch said, unsubscribing as we speak. I only trade moon phase indicator. Shout out to Mark. Oh, God. No, Mark, stay subscribed. I'm just kidding. Shout out to Mark. Let's see. Friday night at Frankie's. Who's in? Yo, hey, we're watching the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight, guys. You're all invited. Please, for the love of God, come hang out with us. Yeah. Let's see. I heard, shout out to Jay Walker. Thank you for the super chat. That I heard it was the last supermoon of the year tonight, 100K moon. Well, let's talk about it, right? Yeah, shout out to Jay Walker. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll see. If guys, if we rip off this moon, off this full moon, I will come in on Monday in like some kind of costume. I don't know. I'll come in with like a tinfoil hat on or something, and we will only do moon phase technical analysis. I will change the channel name to Frankie Moons. That'd be sick. That'd be funny. I will do something funny if we rip off this thing. Missed the super chat. Shout out to Tony D. Oh, Tony, thank you so much for that. He says, our Blowfin promo is back. Oh, I forgot about that. Our Blowfin promo is back. First 50 signups will receive a 15% cashback bonus. Details are in the Discord announcement. And then you could use the affiliate. You have to use the affiliate link to sign up, obviously. But also, if you guys do use the affiliate link, you will also not only potentially get the discount. I'm going to put my face cam up here because I don't know what I have open in Discord. I don't want to leak any secret information, super secret conversations. I'm just kidding. Actually, I don't want to leak any premium sauce here. So let me come back. Bada boom. But yeah, if you come on in here, guys, you will get access to the dining room if you use those any of our links. Come to unlock access in the dining room, whether it's Femex, Blowfin, Mexi, or BingX, and just come in here, read these directions. Even if you're already on one of the links and you don't have access to this, get it, because it's basically a free trial to the premium Discord. You get one premium post per week. There's also an altcoin channel where we post, I don't want to say like the next altcoin to Moon, but a lot of really useful altcoin information for newer projects, more like kind of like in the weeds DeFi stuff. Super cool. You got all these channels and stuff, so you can check that out if you want. Just an added bonus. But yeah, I forgot that promo was going on, so shout out to Tony D. Link in the description down below. Tyson, of course. Shout out to Joe. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll let you guys know in the Discord if I get wrecked on my bet. Who should I bet for? Let's see. I'm betting what the Mafia bets. If you were to bet on on Tyson versus Paul, who would you bet on? Mike Tyson, 72%. All right, I'm betting on Mike then. I'm betting on Mike, and if I lose it all, guys, I don't know. Hopefully some of you guys are hiring. Shout out to the Mafia. And Tony D can take them both, 15%. Let's go. I've seen Tony D in action. Tony D's not. Tony D is a very peaceful man, but very patient man. But when he's not yeah. Shout out to Tony D. Tony D could probably take them both. I don't know. Mike Tyson is I don't know. I mean, let's give credit where credit's due, guys. I'm going to talk about this upper target in a second, but I have to say, I used to be like a big Jake Paul's a fight. Jake Paul's a fighter, right? Like he's not like just some internet celebrity anymore. He's a boxer, in my opinion, right? Do I think his fights are like kind of weird? Yes. Do I think they might be scripted? Maybe. But I mean, he seems to be a legit fighter at this point. So I don't think enough people give him. I don't think people give him enough credit. I'm not saying he's the best fighter in the world, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I mean, I think he's kind of proved himself as at least taking this seriously. But I don't know. He also does always fight like someone who's 25 years older than him or whatever. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. 101% scripted. That's how I feel, man. I mean, it's just always, we all know how much Frankie loves showing full moons here. Yo, shout out to Joe Mama. If you're referring to what I think you're referring to, bro, shout out to you. And anybody else that was on that holy stream that we had. Can't believe that happened. If you know, you know. You guys can mention it in the chat. I'm not going to bring it up. But anyway, let's continue on here. No, I didn't show my butt on chat on live. That's not the case. Someone else did, not me though. But anyway, let's take a look here, guys. If we break to the upside, when Bitcoin to 100K, is the full moon going to pump us to 100K? Well, obviously, the full moon isn't really what I would look at to give us the pump. But is it possible? Well, I'll tell you this. We are getting above this value area. And there is a specific level that I'd like to break, and I will say this, 100K is not the next target, but it's closer than you would think. Excuse me. So, if we pull our fib from the high all the way to the low here, we are now coming in to a key level of resistance. If we can break this, we may be able to go sweep some liquidity that we have sitting up here, guys. We have liquidity. We just looked at it. Sitting above this high, which means if we could pump up, right, key level to break is the 786 sitting at exactly $92,075. We get above here, start flipping this to support, and we don't get the rejection here, right, to come lower. We could come up, and the closer we get to this liquidations, start to push up, and then once we start taking those liquidations sitting above here, we could see a nice little pop to the upside, right? Like maybe one of these, right? A nice little pop to the upside into where? Well, the next key level I would look at is simply going to be up here at this Fibonacci extension between 96,459 and 98,172. And I know you're thinking to yourself, Frankie, that's not 100K. I did not click this video to look at $98,000. I don't need to be teased. Tell me when we're getting to 100K. Well, I'll tell you this. I can't answer that question. But if we come up here and squeeze these, I'm going to be looking for two things here. If we squeeze these shorts out, right, and if we don't get a quick pullback and we're able to push up, this is the next level to look for potential resistance. Now, just above that is about $103,000. I want to take a look at some spider lines with you guys, but the next fib extension after 98,172 is sitting at 103. Now, we've seen fireworks on the weekends recently. We don't typically see that, right? It's not very common that you see that on the weekends. The weekends are typically lower volume, right? There's less money in the market. Price moves a little wonkily, right, because of that. But I don't know. We've seen fireworks over the weekends recently. So if we wind up getting a push into here and we just go, I don't know how much there's going to be stopping us from getting to that 103K level. Now, I don't know if I'd look at 103 just yet because obviously this is the next major level with the fib extension. But obviously 100K is probably going to give you a little bit of a stopping point as this is like the biggest. I think 100K is the biggest psychological level ever on Bitcoin, right? $100,000 has been waited on and unreached when it was expected more than a bazillion times, right? Like, that is a huge level. Huge psychological level. 100K. It's fine. 100K. It's fine. 100K. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Bitcoin's never going to 100K, right? So this is a big thing. Everybody wanted 100K last cycle. So 100K is going to be like a really, really big level. But in the macro, right, the next technical level that I can find based off Fibonacci extensions is going to be at about $103,000 after you break that 98,172. Now, we could pull some more local Fibonacci extensions. Let me grab this. Bada boom. This might give us, potentially a little bit more of a I'll be honest. I mean, it's still bringing you up to like 102. I mean, I that's kind of how I would pull that. I mean, this is how I'm looking at the extension. But I mean, even if I pulled it from here, Like 90, he brings it to 90. I don't know. I mean, really, the 100K level is just psychological. Now, I do want to bring up some spider lines with you guys, because if we do have some spider lines in that zone, it may, which I don't think we do. Okay, yeah, so we do have a spider line up here at about 100K even, right? 99 to 86, and then above that is 103. So we do have a spider line up there. So there, 100K psychological. Also have the spider line. I'll pull the same extension that I'm looking at here, so you guys can just get those kind of same levels in the context with the spider line. Let me just make sure I pulled that from the. Oh, it's going to be a little bit different because it's on a Bitstamp chart. But let me just grab this real quick. Okay, yeah. So it's from that high to the low. This side of the low. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, 95, 96 to 97 is a little bit different, just because it's a different chart. But, yeah, I mean, 100K, 90, yeah. So you do 100K spider line, and then a lot of confluence at 100 and 240, 103K. Right? Again, these are different, slightly different levels because it's a different chart. But, you start thinking about that. You have a spider line kind of flying right through here. That's a pretty confluent area. And then again, there's another one kind of flying right through here as well. So these are, I mean, it basically just simplifies it, right? Like the fib extension is pretty simple. Come up, break these highs, push into here, break this, probably pushing up close towards 100 to 103,000. So yeah, just imagine that 100K psychological level / spider line. The reason I don't have the spider line on this chart, guys, is because there's not enough price history for me to draw them. Because on the Bybit chart, it only goes back so far, right? So I can't draw that spider line is drawn from like over here. So I can't draw them. But there you go. That's what we're looking at if we get the move back up. But again, like there's a few different things that can happen here. We could just come up here, swing fail those liquidations, and then get a big pullback, right? So it would have to be an assess the situation here. But those liquidations oftentimes will give us that bigger push up. So I'd have to reassess the situation there. But until then, guys, I'll be honest with you. We've been absolutely destroying these volume profiles in the premium Discord. Let me refresh these levels so we can get the volume profile back on there. Yeah. Crushing these moves in the volume profiles, guys. Absolutely, that's the same trade. Where is that next? Let me pull up the old trades here. Bada boom. Yeah, so we took this short, took this long as well. I personally did not take this short, and personally did not take this long, unfortunately. But yeah, we've been just trading this range until it winds up breaking. Longs, shorts from the highs to the lows. Caught this long. I don't know where the position actually is here, but caught this long, took the short, back up, right? Looking for these shorts up here, move to the downside. We actually looked for this exact rejection, right? I didn't show the confirmations, right? But we were talking about how if we retraced into this Fibonacci zone, we were looking for a lower high and a breaker structure to the downside based off of specific confirmations, right? We were saying if we come up here, we're looking for very specific confirmations, and that's what we went over in the premium. I was talking about that confirmation I was looking for up here. Shout out to the kitchen, or the premium Discord as some people call it. But yeah, just trading this range, guys. I just like, I all I can do is really, show you guys how I'm handling this. Just trading at the highs, looking to get back into the volume profile, go to the POC, go to the low. This was another long setup here in the premium Discord, just to kind of show you guys how I do this stuff. In the premium Discord, looking for price to wiggle its way down. We looked for this move on the bearish confirmations for a push back into the range. You get set to back in the range. You go to the POC. You go to the low, right? What happens? Price comes down, hits the POC, puts in the lower low. We wind up getting bullish confirmations down here for the long setup. And again, unfortunately, I did not personally take this. Contrary to popular belief, I don't catch every single trade. It would be very, very difficult. But yeah, I had a really busy week, to be honest. But yeah, so I did not take this long, unfortunately. But I am long. I do have another long position open, just not on Bitcoin here. But yeah, and then we'll see if this breaks to the upside. Like I said, when we trade these volume profiles, guys, oftentimes, this is why I love range trading like this. We take the longs, the shorts, short, long, right? And then if this comes back in, we will have profits locked in, stop loss to entry. So if this turns back around, we could look for a short and then get stopped out in profit in the long. And then if we break down, we're oftentimes in a short from the high. If this breaks to the upside, you just saw it. We have this setup. We were waiting for this setup in the Discord. So if this breaks up, we knew, or we were looking for longs all the way down here. So if this rips, we're long from the low. If it were to dump, I'm not in a short, or I'm not looking for a short up here necessarily. But if we were trading this actively, we are very likely, if this were to break down, we would likely be in a short from the top. And it's because I don't always say, guys, if we long here, we're looking for this to blast off to $1 bazillion, right? Now, again, this is too late. This is not just because, like, this is already played out. This is already up 5%, right? So, like, too late. This is old news. But it's beautiful because I don't ever, like, when I long here, I don't say, like, this is going to bring us to all-time highs. Now, the fact that we're in a bull market, the fact that, you're only going to get certain pullback opportunities in a bull market, would I potentially look at this as a likely break to the upside? Well, it depends on what the TA says. But there's ways you could try to anticipate the more likely break to the upside or downside. But, for the most part, we're not trying to guess this is the exact low, and then we look for the move up. Because a lot of people will see that. Like, my long from down here, where is it? This long right here. Right? This $78,000 long. People are like, dude, how on God's earth did you know that was going to be the bottom and then you longed it all the way to all-time highs? The answer to the question, guys, is I didn't know that was going to be the low. Now, I might have had a thought that, like, hey, this might be one of the only opportunities to catch long from here, right? But at the end of the day, when I look at this price action locally, I'm just trading the range, right? I'm looking at this, or I was looking at this, as a volume profile. Right? We were looking at this like this, and price simply went to the high, deviated, came back down, went to the value area low. We got bullish confirmations, so I looked for a long from the value area low to the POC to the high, and then I decided, because things looked very bullish and we were very likely to break out even higher, I just held a good portion of that trade, and that wound up being the top. That wound up being the bottom, right? And we just absolutely ripped for a massive move to the upside, and I got to enjoy that whole ride up. But that's not because I knew this was going to be the bottom. That's a misconception with trading. You don't need to know this is the bottom. You have to know how to manage your trades and manage your risk and let your winners run while cutting your losers short. That's all I was doing here, was letting my winner run. I didn't know. My anticipation here was that we'd probably wiggle up, right, and then potentially look for shorts up here for a move back down. But then you reassess the situation, things look bullish, still take partial TP, but then hold a portion of it to let it run. That's all it is, right? You don't have to know exactly where the bottom is. Now, do we catch the exact bottoms and the exact tops a lot? Sure. We don't do it every time, but very often we will. But there you go. That's how I'm handling things, guys. Just simply trading this range until it breaks up or down, and we'll see. I would prefer it breaks up at this point, just because I am holding a long position. But, yeah, we don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's what I'm looking at. That's how I'm trading, and those are the key levels. Make sure you have these on your chart, guys, because if we get a quick move down, we wreck those liquidations, you're going to want these levels on your chart. And please understand, don't get scared. Right? A lot of people, oh, my God, what's happening? We're dumping. Oh, my God, what's happening? We know. We know what's happening. The longs are getting spanked, baby. The longs are getting spanked. You don't want a long on the move up. You want to long at the bottom, right? You don't want to short on the move down, right? You want to short on the move up, right? The opposite of what feels natural to you, right? You see a pump. Oh, my God, it's exciting. I want a long. Nope, that is where you want to short. Or I'm not saying just short the moves up, but that's where you want to start looking for potential short opportunities. So, yeah, and then you know the levels to look for, right? Just like the level we looked at on the live stream, and then you know the confirmations. You can take some pretty high probability trades. Doesn't mean you're going to win them all. But, yeah, there you go. That's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, guys. Hopefully that new moon can rip us up at least to our next fib level at 90s, next fib target at 96,459. But if not, now you guys know exactly all the situations I'm looking for. But trading is a game of trapping, guys. You sit there, you have your level set, you wait for price to approach your level, and then you reassess the situation with the new information, analyze price as it's hitting into your trap. If there's the confirmation to take the trade, pull the trigger. If not, sit on your hands and wait for the next setup. So shout out to you guys. Only FOMO trade. Shout out to Digital Pencil. Let's go. What is going on, bro? Good to see you in here. Only FOMO trade. Let's go. Hey, I mean, FOMO trading could be fun. But losing the money ain't fun. Losing the money ain't fun. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see. Let me check in on chat real quick, and then we will jump into the altcoins real quick. Let's see. And we are doing giveaways, guys. Smash that like button. Should I see? I'm always afraid to press these buttons. I think we have a like button animation now. Is that? Oh, baby, we got the like button animation, guys. Smash that like button. I'm gonna smash that button constantly. I think we have a subscribe one too. Yo, let's go. Okay. That's fire. Those are new buttons. I never really press them. I always forget they're there. But yeah. Let's see. Waiting for the baby oil. Shout out to Mana. Shout out to Mana. Let's see. Any baby candles on the way? Elionics, not yet. One day. Maybe one day soon. I don't know. No baby candles. I'm going to do like a baby four-legged candle first. Well, I'm going to get a baby four-legged candle. A four-legged baby candle is what I mean to say. And I think I might get 2 four-legged baby candles. Maybe a canine four-legged baby candle, and then maybe a goat. Not kidding. But I have to like digitally own the goat, guys. I can't have the goat at my house, unfortunately. But I will be able to FaceTime it, and we'll be able to FaceTime Phoebe in real life one day. Like right here, we can FaceTime her, and she'll be like, blah, blah, on the live stream. It's going to be lit. But yeah. All right, let's continue on here. Bada boom, bada bing. Yes, a goat. Yo, Phoebe in the chat. Let's go. Phoebe, you're getting pinned. Oh, no, we already have something pinned. Shout out to Phoebe. Guys, drop goats in the chat for Phoebe. Let's go. We love Phoebe. Checking Cardano and Ethereum. Yeah, shout out to Nirvana. We will definitely take a look at Ethereum. We'll take a look at Cardano. Smash that like button, guys. 850 likes. We're giving away some Solana and some free Frankie Candles hats. But let's go ahead and jump on into Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Now, on Ethereum, guys, I will say, there's the goats. Let's go, baby. Adam and Tia. Yeah. So I do have kind of a predetermined list. Funny enough, those chats that I just read kind of sum up the altcoins that I was going to plan on looking at. Let me go ahead and just jot this down really quickly so I can make sure I have the ones that I want to look at. So we're going to take a look at ETH. Bada boom. All right, we're going to take a look at ETH. Take a look at TIA. Take a look at Solana, XRP. And we will take some requests as well. But those are some of the ones that I want to look at. And I will do some of them a little bit quicker. I won't spend too much time on a lot of them. But let's take a look here. Ethereum. What is going on here, guys? Well, in the macro, right, or the higher time frames, right, very clearly, this is basically what we've been looking for. Accumulation. Once we break that, we're looking to come into where? The next area of balance. Where do we sit inside that next area of balance? We came up towards that POC, and now we're getting a little bit of resistance, right, or a little turbulence, right? But very simply put, as we've been looking at on Ethereum for quite some time here, we are kind of looking at this as value area low, sitting at about $29.88, $3,000 pretty much, psychological 3K level, golden pocket retracement on top of that value area low confluence. So this is kind of that first major zone of support. So that is, and I am in a long position here. It's basically a break even here over on Femex. Let me pull this up. It is an Ethereum long. Basically a break even here, not, kind of just sitting there. We'll see what happens. But the, that is not a signal to long Ethereum. This is not a signal. I repeat, it's not a signal to long Ethereum. I entered literally down here. No, this is the 80 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute, right? I am entered in on a retracement, right? I am not entered here. I am not entered here, right? So keep that in mind. That is not an entry signal. That is not a trade signal. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to say it, even if it's not true. Maybe it is true. If you long ETH here, you will lose all your money. This is not a trade signal. You need more context than this guy is long, so I'm going to long. You need more context. You need to understand what to look at on the charts, right? So anyway, taking a look here, right? We're at that key level of support. If we lose this, I'll be honest, right? There's kind of two key levels here. Value area low golden pocket is that first zone, right? If we lose this, we're looking down towards the 786, right? 786 sitting at 29.26. Is this possible? For sure, right? You could definitely get this. But we could get a bounce here on Ethereum. And the reason I say that is market cipher B for the most part, right? You have that green dot printing. What else do we have? We have that 15-minute money flow that just crossed over into the green. What does this mean? It means that it could be a market cipher B 116 strategy where you have a high time frame, green dot with a lower time frame, money flow crossover. They have to be specific time frames tied to each other. It's not just any random high time frame with a low time frame. In this case, it's the 4-hour green dot printing with that money flow crossover into the green happening at the same time, right? This means that oftentimes that money flow crossover, right? Like even if we go, the 4-hour green dot was printing before we were coming up into the green, right? So we were kind of looking at this saying, hey, like if that money flow crosses over into the green, that is likely going to give us a continuation up, right? Especially if that 4-hour green dot is still printing. So if that green dot does confirm and this money flow continues into the green on the 15-minute, we could potentially see a continued trend to the upside, right? Now, to $1 million, probably not. I would be paying attention. I'm paying attention to some local levels in here. But for the most part, the key level of support is this blue box coming in at about 3,041 all the way down to 29.88. We lose this, I'm looking down towards 29.30, 29.27, 29.30 at the 786. We lose that 786, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't love that. I really wouldn't love that. Also, just want to say this, guys. I don't know exactly what was going on here, but I will say this. Don't you find it a little bit fishy that there was just this crazy liquidation wick that, by the way, was just a wick on every single time frame, even the 1 minute, right? I'm not going to go all the way back. But this wick, right, this was not like a quick move up, a quick move down. This was some kind of weird, sketchy move to the downside. Everybody's probably, there's probably a lot of people long here, and then all of a sudden, before what? Absolute explosion. That's fishy. That's fishy to me. I don't know. Very weird. Very weird. I don't even know if you would have gotten triggered on that, to be quite honest. But, yeah. So that's the key level. Key levels of support. We lose this 786, I will be honest. I wouldn't care coming down here, right? Deviate below the low, coming to the 786. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, in my opinion. But I'll tell you what. We wind up losing this level. It's not like there's nothing here. I mean, we could pull this little naked volume profile that we have down here, although it's not very big. And, if you have a naked volume profile, you want to make sure it's a big one. Otherwise, keep it closed. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. So you do have this naked volume profile. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best level, but it is something. It's like the only other area of consolidation that we have here. Other than like down by the 786. So, we really want to hold on to the 786 because this would kind of look nice to me. If we come down, right, we get the 786 retracement, and then we just go for it, right? Bada boom, bada bing. That would look nice. But we'll have to see. Level by level, guys. We'll see. Hopefully we can come up a little bit more here, even if it's – and then, locally above us as well, right? Like, obviously we have the massive volume profile that we are in, right? What do we look for here? We look for breaks into the range. And you get some turbulence, but as long as we hold that value area low, or even if we slip to the 786, but once we stay above here, POC at 3,500, value area high at 3,700. We'll see if we can get it. Now, locally, we do have some consolidation here. Let's pull it. Right, you have a little local range here. So if we do come up, I'll give you a key level of resistance if we do get a bounce. If we get a bounce, I'd watch this POC golden pocket for resistance. Right, because if we're going to put in a lower high or another lower high, actually, I don't think this would be the highest likelihood area to put it in. I'd probably say, yeah, I mean, the POC is definitely going to be a key level to watch, honestly. But the POC and the value area low, these are like local resistance levels on the way back up. Because you have to think to yourself, let me make this a little bit neater. If we wind up coming up here, right, and we're just going to come in to continue the trend to the downside, where those high likelihood lower highs going to come in. It's going to be this golden pocket 786 or this golden pocket or 786, depending on which one you're looking at. But it's really on that POC. So these are the two zones that I would look at as resistance for Ethereum. Not necessarily just like looking for an instant short if we come up there, but that's going to be a level of resistance because we have to watch those lower highs. But I don't know. Money flow doesn't look bad here, to be quite honest, right? Like 24-minute money flow crossing into the green. 30-minute money flow kind of getting whacked back out there a little bit. But that 24-minute money flow coming into the green, if that 30-minute money flow can curve back up, 8-hour green dot looking to print potentially. We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see. But those are the levels that I'm looking at on ETH, right? Zone number 1 for resistance, going to be sitting at 3,150 to 3,200, right? And then the second zone is going to be sitting at the POC at about $3,300 all the way down to about 3,274. Could be an area to look for shorts, but you got to know what to look for, right? You can't just come up here and then take a short. You have to come up here. You have to find those confirmations that we look for to actually take the trade. If you come up here and there's no confirmation, looks like you're going to continue up, you're better off holding the long, right? So, yeah. That's what I'm looking at on Ethereum. There we go. Let's see. Did we go over Doge? We did not go over Doge just yet, but I do want to take a look at Solana really quickly. Solana. Whoo, baby. Yeah, Solana just hovering up here near the all-time highs. Unbelievable. But yeah, let's check out the higher time frames. I mean, 2-day red dot, guys, if we're going to get pullbacks here, these higher time frames are probably going to be the things to watch, right? 2-day red dot, 3-day VWAP coming down. If we get that red dot, could get a pullback. But I don't know. This daily red dot didn't give us much. It gave us a little pullback. But like I said, guys, these shorts are short. These shorts, right? I'll just mark out this daily red dot real quick, right? Like the daily red dot can give you a pullback, right? I'm sure it was probably closer to here. That was the day before, right? Like when you have those VWAPs come down on the higher time frames, they oftentimes give you moves down, which was the case. But in a bull market, you just got to know how to look at it, right? You're only looking for that small short position before looking to favor the longs. But in general, I mean, Solana on the daily, that red dot didn't give you much. That 16-hour green dot is printing. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going from that 16-hour down to the 45-minute money flow. 45-minute money flow just crossed into the green. Could be something to watch. 16-hour green dot with the 45-minute money flow crossover into the green. Sometimes that 45-minute money flow crossover gives you a continuation to the upside or the bigger move to the upside. But we do have some local levels that we can look at here on Solana now, right? Because I would be careful, right? Like at this point, like the long was probably down here because if we pull this local range, right, we're at resistance. We're at that value area high. So even if we do rip out of here, this is not necessarily where I would be looking for the long. Even if I think that price is going to break out here, or it might be probable for price to break out here, it doesn't mean that I'm just going to FOMO long at the breakout, right? To me, that's a mistrade. I would have to enter in here, ideally at the bottom of the value area, right? So you definitely have resistance here. Let's pull this overall fib. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, we kind of already came down. Let me just move this. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. If we can stay above this 786, right? If we can get up here, start flipping to support, could be looking pretty good for another move up. And I'll pull up the resistance levels above as well. But these are the local levels for Solana, right? I will say, like, money flow, it's hard, man. It's hard right now. It's hard because that money flow came into the red, which makes me think, right, this would my natural trading brain in a normal market would make me say, hey, this was a fake out into the red, which means that if I'm going over overall trend, this is probably more of a fake out into the green before a bigger move into the red. But in a bull market, this could be the start of another massive 45-minute green wave. So it's a little bit of a sticky situation here. Again, this is why I said in the beginning of the show, going to kind of talk about why the indicators are a little bit hard right now. It doesn't mean that they're not useful. It just means that you have to treat them a little bit differently. You have to use your indicators, use your tools differently in different environments, right? And maybe you use different tools in a different environment. But even the same tool, you have to use it different in different environments. I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Shout out to Mark. Mark Dutch says clogs are Dutch basic tools. We all know how to clog in the Netherlands. Yay! Shout out to clogs out there. Speaking of tools, but yeah, like you're not gonna. I'm trying to think of an analogy, right? Like you're not gonna use a screwdriver the same way if you're trying to open a paint can. If you're opening a paint can, you're not going to use a screwdriver the same way you would use if you're trying to screw something into the wall, right? If you're opening a paint can, you're going to use it as like a pry bar, right? But if you're going to be screwing something into the wall, you're going to use it as a screwdriver. Should you use a pry bar to open the can of paint? Yes. If you've ever done any kind of physical labor, does anybody like switch a tool to open a paint can? No. But that's kind of how you look at it, right? Like the money flow, we can use this still, but we just have to use it in a different environment, a different way, right? Be like, hey, this money flow crossovers, we're in a bull market here, so maybe this is a sign that was the pullback, right? But yeah, kind of hard to call here, but I will just say the key levels right now, I would say is kind of, deviate above the high, right? Deviate above this value area high. This is typically where we look for resistance, right? Bearish confirmations, moves back into the range, back to the POC, back to the low. But we'll see. If this is just going to be another big money flow wave, we might be able to see the breakout there. So, yeah, I wouldn't really be comfortable calling a move on here. I'm just going to see what happens over the weekend. But I will say this. If you hold above that 786, could be a sign. As long as you're not getting super bearish confirmations up here, hold above that 786, could get another move to the upside. So value area high sitting at about 218, 786, 219, right? So this whole zone, this is going to be the key level of resistance, right? Stay above that, could get the breakout, right? We'll have to see. 4-hour money flow, pretty thick in the green. 90-minute money flow came into the red, right? Now we're back in the green. What's it going to do? I don't know. But if we, that's going to be the key level of resistance. I will mark this out as resistance. And then your POC is sitting here at about 213. Lose that, looking down to about 207 to the value area low. So that is going to be the range that I would be looking at, very simply put. Let's talk about the targets above. If we do wind up getting a bigger move to the upside, let me go ahead and pull that move, or pull that range. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back here. We're going to have to go back pretty far. I'm going to have to go to like the 4 hour or something. Here we are. So let's see. Let's pull it right up from this range, right? This brings you up to about 255. I actually had this range pulled on another chart. Bada boom, bada bang. Neutral. Lock that. Get the levels here. And we're going to go right. We're going to go right back to the current price action. So, yeah, I would say I wouldn't be surprised if we have some fib extension levels that are confluent with those value area levels. Let's go ahead and pull it. Bada boom. Bada bing. Well, well, well. Look at that. Let me just label this as well. We're going to make that previous value area high. We'll make this. Why is that not previous? Previous value. Okay, whatever. We'll do POC. I don't know why that's not labeled correctly. And then we'll do value area low. I think it's clear that it was a previous one, but there we go. Right? So you got a few levels here on the fib extension, but I'll be honest with you, that value area low would be not only a key target to the upside, and I'll show you guys why we may be able to do this, right? So you have this key target right up here. This is sitting between about 231 and about 230, 229, right? So if we get another break up, this is going to be the target I'm looking at. Now, 235, you have that next fib level, but then the POC in this 241 fib extension is confluent. I just accidentally, like, clicked that perfectly, and it landed right on the line. Now, is this possible? Like, can we see this happen based off of what we're seeing on the charts? I'll be honest with you. What makes me look at this as a potential opportunity to get this higher high is very simply the way that 16-hour looks. Even the way this 10-hour looks and this 8-hour looks, right? 8-hour green dot. See that 30-minute money flow cross into the green? You could get that move up. If we get it, how am I predicting this, right? Now, again, just because I'm predicting it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But that green dot prints on the 8-hour, more specifically this green dot on the 16-hour, all these higher hourly time frames, it looks like we could wind up coming up to print a nice bearish divergence. Now, we talk about this a lot on the channel, guys. What does this mean? Does this mean I'm bearish? No, because the bear div's not here. In order to get the bear div, we need to get a higher high, which means you could kind of use this prediction of a bearish signal to predict a push to the upside, right? Which is weird. So in order for this bearish divergence to print, we need a higher high. So you're using the front run of a bearish signal to predict a move up. And we've done this successfully a bunch of times just live on the channel here. Obviously, we do in the Discord, alongside with other stuff to try to predict this stuff. But, if we get that push up, it would make sense that this would be your next stop. These would be the next 3 levels I'd be looking at. And then, the nice thing about this is if you push up and start holding this value area low as support, you're looking at the POC, flip that POC. You have that nice kind of guide on where price may go next. So this is what I'd be looking at on Solana as far as the next move up. And then, locally on the move down, right, I'm just looking at this volume profile. POC, value area low, key support. That's what I'm looking at on Solana, guys. Nice and simple. So there we go. Let's see. Thoughts on ICP pump today and where is the direction next? Shout out to Alex. We could try to take a look at XRP. Took a look at took a look at Solana. I want to take a quick look at XRP. Let me see. Bada boom, bada bing, guys. Shout out to anybody who was in the live stream over the past if you've been here for the past year, you know that this was the doorway to higher prices. But shout out to anybody who was here on the 8th, right? I think it was the 12th actually, or 10th. Where we were saying, hey, guys, we are tapping on the door. We're tapping on the door. This is our next chance to potentially break above the value area low, flip it to support, and start that journey up to the POC at 83 cents. And here we are up at 83 cents, and now potentially beyond, guys. Now potentially beyond. We're back above that POC. Can we hold it as support? If we do, can we see a $1.21 on XRP soon? Can we see a $1.21 XRP in the near future? I think we can, as long as we can maintain support above this POC. Because if we wind up coming down and we lose this POC, we may just wind up going back down to the low. But I will say, it is nice that we've already hit our head on this POC, and now we've broken through. So if we flip this to support, whoo-hoo, baby, let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it. Now, are you going to have intermediary levels before $1.21? Very likely, right? And just to kind of show those, I'll give you some more local targets for XRP. Again, generally $1.21 is going to be the next big level. But let me pull this. Whoops. And I'll mark these out. Value area low, POC, value area high, right? So let's come back over to the current price action. So yeah, I mean, this is the journey to $1.21, right? Is there going to be turbulence along the way? Very likely so, right? But once we come up here, eventually going to look for that value area high. But, $1.02, probably going to start hitting some turbulence, right? But then, just looking at that as a range within the range, right? You flip the value area low, back to the POC, flip the POC, back to the value area high. So in general, long term, you're just looking to hold the POC, look to go to the value area high. But if you're looking for local levels, $1.02, $1.09, and then $1.21 is probably going to be the next level. $1.21 to $1.23. So there you go. Just wanted to update you guys on that because, again, guys, not only, right, it's not just the fact that we do this with the doorway to higher prices, right? This is the fact that we had the knocking on the door to the doorway to higher prices, right, which was this value area low. We knew once we got above it, we'd go to the POC very likely. But we also had the weekly green dot printing at the same time as the 10-hour money flow crossing into the green. Again, weekly green dot, 10-hour money flow crossover into the green. That makes you think that the money flow crossover into the green would start the bigger trend up. And that was what we were looking at on the last live stream before we got back up in here, saying, hey, guys, I'm going to watch that weekly green dot on XRP over the weekend, because if it prints or confirms and that money flow crossover is in the green, right? Look at this. Friday, we were approaching the value area low. Hey, guys, if that money flow crossover, I want to teach this so you guys know this and can apply it to the charts on your own. If that money flow crosses over into the green on the weekend with that weekly green dot confirming, that money flow crossover could indicate that we're coming up to test and continue the trend up to the POC. I don't show it to brag. Look, guys, we're right. Not at all. To show you that the analysis works. Not 100% of the time, but very often it does. Very clear things. You need more than one thing. It was the value area low we were tapping. It was the money flow. It was the weekly green dot. It's also the fact that where we are in the market right now was likely to see some altcoins fly, right? So very nice move on XRP, but that's what I'd be looking at moving forward, at least, if we continue up. But your key levels of support, POC at 83 cents. Lose that, you're kind of opening up the door to come back down to the value area low. Real quick, I want to take a look at TIA. A lot of people asking about TIA, and here we are. I don't know what the heck this is. Okay, big old circle, big old line. But let's take a look here, right? On TIA, long term, right, or higher time frame. Kind of the same thing we've been looking at, right? We do have a 3-day red dot, 4-day looking for the red dot, 6-day green dot, 7-day looking for a green dot, and then the weekly also looking for a green dot. Now, in my opinion, guys, I bought TIA the other day. I am buying TIA down here, right? Because, eventually when this thing goes, right, I'm not going to care if I bought a little up here, a little up here, a little down here, a little over here, right? Just looking to accumulate, auction market theory. I talk about this all the time, so I won't beat the dead horse, but you have one area of balance, right? This is how we trade. One area of balance, last area of balance, right? Or last value area, I should say. When we imbalance out of here at some point, hopefully we do. Hopefully this doesn't just go to zero. I don't think it will. Not that means anything, but once we imbalance out of here, we're very likely going to get gravitated towards this value area low. Flip this to support, go to the POC. Flip that, go to the value area high. This is how the volume profile rotations work. You get accepted into a range. Value area lows the doorway to higher prices. You flip that to support. Next likely place for price to go. Creighton C, somebody in the chat, give me the answer. That's right. Shout out to Nirvana. He said POC. I don't know how you answered that so quickly, bro. But yeah, POC. And then you flip that. Next likely place for price to go is going to be that value area high. Very simply put. So, I don't want to buy things that, like Dogecoin, right? I own Dogecoin, but my Dogecoin was bought lower, right? I'm not buying Dogecoin up here, obviously, right? So when you look at Dogecoin, I use this every day as an example for anyone new. It's very similar to what TIA looked like, or what TIA looks like. This looks like what TIA is like right now when Dogecoin was back here. lower accumulation, breakout, where'd you go? Right to the previous area of value, right? You get rejected, you come back for the retest of the range, and then you get the big breakout, and what happens? And this is another thing we looked at right before it happened. Flip that value area low to support just like XRP. Where's the next likely place for price to go? Bing bong, right to the POC, right? It's not always right to the POC. It's a lot of times it's a rough journey, but this one was nice and clean. Flip that POC to support up to the value area high, and now we're just wiggling around up here. But when you look at this in comparison to something like TIA, you're not buying low anymore, right? Now, if you buy here, is Dogecoin eventually going to go above this price? I think it will, but buying Dogecoin up here is not nearly as beneficial, in my opinion, for me and my trading plan, not for you. I'm buying the things that are undervalued. Dogecoin is now at an overvalued level of an upper range. It is in the overbought level of an upper range. TIA, other coins, have not even broken out yet, right? They are at the oversold level of their lower range, right? Now, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed to explode, but it definitely means that if it does explode, it's going to be a much better entry to buy the things that are undervalued. Dogecoin is no longer undervalued. Doesn't mean it's not going to go higher, but it's not undervalued anymore. So yeah, there's let's go ahead. That was so TIA, kind of the same thing here, right? Like we'll see if let me see. Yeah, TIA, just kind of still looking at it in the same way. I am long-term accumulating TIA, right? If I find a nice setup here, looks like we might be trying to get back up into this value area. I mean, look how like price wants to go back in, right? You come in, once you break above here, it's the doorway to higher prices. You're very likely going to get a creep up. You get the creep up, big move down, right? And then you just see, right? It's like, oh, no, I don't want to go to the value area. No, get me out of here. No. And then like it holds on for dear life, and then boom, you get the bigger drop, and now you're trying to get back in. Come on, trying to claw its way back to the upside here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. It does look like it is trying to work its way back in. But I will say, like, 3-day red dot, like if this continues down, I'm going to buy more, right? Yeah, keeps coming down. I will buy a little bit more. But yeah, we'll see. Just kind of letting this range work itself out, see if we can work our way out of there. So there you go. Same thing on Polkadot, kind of a similar situation. A little bit of a better situation, I guess. Or not better situation, but yeah, almost the same, to be quite honest, right? You have this is a little different on DOT, right? Because you have kind of three major ranges. You have the 2021 high. This is where Dogecoin is right now. Dogecoin is up here right now. And if you're new to the markets, guys, you might think to yourself, like, why are you saying it's a bad thing? It's not a bad thing, but you might be saying, like, why is it, like, not a good thing that Dogecoin is up here? It's a great thing if it's up here, if you bought down here, right? A lot of people, you have to understand, I know, like, buying Dogecoin right now, this is why most new people lose money in this market, right? Or most people in general, not even new people. But a lot of people see, oh my God, this coin is pumping, I have to buy this. But this is not how things work. Now again, do I think Dogecoin's going to go higher? Yes. Could it go higher right from here? Yes. But if you want to actually make money, you have to understand that chasing this is not going to be beneficial over time if you do this on multiple things, because it's more often than not going to get a pullback, and then you're going to get scared, probably sell your bag, and then be like, oh, maybe I'll just wait for it to go lower and then buy back. And then right when you sell, it's going to go up. The market will have a funny way of doing that to new people. Right when you sell, the market goes up. Right when you buy, the market goes down. This is not for no reason, right? It's because the market is designed to wreck the most people, right? So, not a great time to buy, in my opinion, right? I'd rather buy something like, but here, this is the 2021, right? This is May 2021 high. Dogecoin is at its value area high from that bull market, right? Look at something like DOT. Now, I talked in the premium Discord about this. I think there is something to be said about holding a ton of dinosaur coins. Crypto is a very speculative space. Things pump off of hype. Most of the things that pump the hardest, a lot of the things that pump the hardest don't ever fulfill their roadmap, right? And don't make it to the next bull market, right? That's just the world that we're in. We're in la la land. This stuff doesn't exist, right? Most of it. So just understand, like, the super, super hard pumpers. Now, yeah, it's like same thing with meme coins, right? Like, do meme coins pump hard? Yes. Are they super risky and you're probably going to lose all your money? Yes. Can you maybe potentially make a ton of money on meme coins? Absolutely. But I will come. Shout out to Wick and Jesse for the super chats. I will come back in just a second. But just keep in mind, right? Like, I don't know if the dinosaur coins are going to get the same hype that they did in the last cycle, right? Like a lot of the new pumpers, like the biggest gainer of this cycle is probably not even known yet, right? So, I hold DOT. I hold a lot of DOT, right? But I am also diversified in all different types of projects. I have a lot of new stuff. I have not a lot of old stuff, but I also hold some really good utility plays that I think are going to perform well. And to be quite honest, when the chart looks good, the chart looks good. So at the end of the day, that's kind of what it's all about for me. But when you look at DOT, this is the 2021 high. Dogecoin's already up here, right? But DOT is literally still at the bear market lows. And mark my words, no one's going to want to talk about DOT. No one's going to want to buy DOT until it's up here. They're going to be like, oh, my God, Frankie, should I buy DOT? And they're going to be like, no. I mean, sure, buy it if you want, but where were you when we were talking about it down here? No one wants to buy it. They're going to think, a lot of people see this and they think, oh, man, like that's just not pumping. Why would I buy that? And it's like, you have to literally flip that, right? Like, it's so hard to explain to people. It's like you literally have to think the opposite. Don't chase the thing that pumped already. Chase the things that are undervalued. And to be honest, there's your 2021 range. Then you have your 2022 bear market range. This is kind of where TIA is hanging around and DOT too. But DOT broke down into this even lower range, right? And then we spotted a short squeeze on DOT in the premium Discord before we popped up here. So, at this point, the key levels remain exactly the same. Hold the value area low. Excuse me, as long as we stay in this range, looking up towards the PLC at $6.40. Value area high would be the next stop at about $7.97. And even just that move is going to be about 66%. If we go to the value area low, which we've already almost made it to without a real meme coin season, without a real bull run, we've already gotten up here. That's 190%. If we get up to the value area high, it's like a 655% gain. And then if you get to the all-time high, it's like 1,000%. Right? Now, I hear a lot of people asking me, Frankie, what is a realistic amount of growth I could see on a certain project, right? Like if I have 100K, can I turn that into $1 million? This is what you have to think about. If Bitcoin goes to $100,000, right? If Bitcoin goes to $100,000, you have to think to yourself, we are not that far away from 100K. If you bought right now, if you are buying right now, and you are buying Bitcoin, even if Bitcoin goes to $100,000, that is 10% from where we are right now, right? So, and I say this for the new people. I know a lot of people are in there like, yeah, that's obvious, Frank. Like, I know. But the new people might think like, oh, well, Bitcoin's the one that's always hyped in the news, right? You have to understand there's some new people in this cycle that don't even know what's going on, right? We've been in the trenches for years, multiple cycles, right? But some people are coming in knowing nothing, right? So if you're new and you want to grow your money, it's okay to buy Bitcoin, and maybe Bitcoin goes to 200K. But think about this. If Bitcoin goes to 200K, that's super exciting, but that's still only 100% gain, right? And that's assuming Bitcoin goes to 200K, right? But when you have things that are so undervalued, even TIA, right? And again, Polkadot is a little bit of a dinosaur coin. In my opinion, it was higher market cap, so it's not like a super degen play or anything like that. But even TIA, right? You bring TIA to the previous all-time high, it's a 300% gain. And this doesn't even have 2021 all-time highs yet. So keep that in mind, right? Something like Polkadot only needs to get a little bit of a pump to get the same percentage gain as if Bitcoin goes to 250K. I remember in the previous cycles, right, like understanding that I wasn't going to grow my money as much with Bitcoin, and I would be up way more of a percentage on my altcoins than I ever would have been on Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin pumps, in a weird way, I'm human, right? In a weird way, I would still feel FOMO for not being in Bitcoin, right? I could be up 10x on an altcoin, right? And then Bitcoin's just pumping that day, and I'm like, oh, man, I feel like I'm missing out on gains. And it's like, dude, you missed a 4% gain. Calm down. So just understand that, right? Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin can't go to 200K. I'm not saying it can't go to 250. I'm just saying that growth of your money is going to be extremely limited. So, yeah, keep that in mind. But again, be careful with the dinosaur coins, guys. Like I have a lot of new stuff, a lot of old stuff. Crypto is about hype, right? But anyway, so there's Polkadot, kind of in the same situation as TIA. Bada boom, bada bing. And now let's take a look at Atom, guys. I want to take a quick old look at Atom. Here we are, right? Atom kind of in a very similar situation, right? Let's pull up the Atom, like kind of even in a worse situation. Yeah, Atom, I mean, you have the 2021 highs right here. I would probably pull this like that. So you have one value area up here, right? And then you kind of have your 2022 bear market range, which kind of feels like a bull market range now because you're so deep out of it. Bada boom. Let me go ahead and mark out these levels so you guys can get the prices, right? A lot of requests for Adam today. But yeah, I mean, at this point, you kind of, it's the same thing as DOT, where you kind of have lower accumulate. I mean, this is like a lower range, very similar kind of to what DOT did, right? You have 2021 range, bear market range, and then that lower dump range. 2021 range, bear market range, lower dump range. Kind of crazy. But where'd Adam go? Adam! I just always feel like I'm saying somebody's name when I say Adam, guys. Shout out to Brett. But yeah, so for Adam, I mean, let's see, daily money flow back in the green finally here. 2-day money flow on its way up, but your VWAP is coming down. That's not, you still could potentially get another cool off here. But hopefully you can just rip out of here. You know what I'm going to do here, guys? I'm not going to lie. I'm actually going to go over to coinalyze.com and I got to log in and stuff. Maybe I won't. That's going to take too long. But yeah, I would, let's see the weekly. Yeah, weekly green dot was confirmed. 10-hour money flow crossover into the green did wind up giving you the continuation to the upside. So yeah, hopefully you can break out of this range. It's kind of hard to say because let's see. Daily green dot is printing. Let's check that 90-minute money flow. It's back in the green. Kind of hard to say here, to be quite honest. You already spent a lot of time in the green here, but hashtag bull market. This could come back up. But yeah, I mean, these are the levels, right? Like if you do come back down, I mean, it's not, you're down here not that long ago, the beginning of the month, right? So it's not like that scary, but value area high at 517, POC sitting at 444, and then the value area low at simply sitting at 420. 420 plays it, bro. I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, that is we'll see what happens. You got to break out of this. Right? You break out of this, you're really looking to come up to about $8.10. I don't know if it's probably going to get hung up on here, right? You'll get hung up in here a little bit, but your hopes would be to grind your way back up to this value area low. Flip this, then you could start to be like, okay, whoo, that was a little bit sketchy down there. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking at on Adam. Those are the ranges. Adam got absolutely destroyed, absolutely crushed down here. I mean, Adam, if you believe in Adam as a project, I don't know. You're down 90% still. This is like bear market dumping territory, right? It's below its 2022 bear market low. So unless you think Adam's never going to come back and it's just going to go lower, I don't see how much lower you would want to buy. Doesn't mean it can't go lower, but I'm just saying, like, if I believe that much in Adam, like, I don't know what I don't know what I'd be waiting for here. I do own Adam for just for anyone who cares. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Crabman said, "Do not type in Coinalyze." All right. I won't do it. I'm not doing it, guys. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Crabman. Yeah, it says do not type in Coinalyze. I gotcha, bro. Yo, shout out to Crypto Crabman, bro. All right, so there we go. We took a look at Adam. We took a look at ETH. We took a look at Solana, XRP.TIA. I'll take a quick look at ICP. I see a bunch of people. Let me come to the super chats really quickly, guys. I don't want to leave them stranded here. Dang, we got a lot of super chats. Okay. Let's see. Bada boom. Yo, Joe Mama, bro. Let me know in the chat if you're talking about the holy stream that I'm talking about. Daniel Wright says, just got into the kitchen last week. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being in the kitchen. He said, have struggled in trading before finding you. My family and I thank you for the education, good sir. Hey, yo, shout out to Daniel Wright, bro. Let's go. Eating up the sauce we're cooking in the kitchen, baby. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Welcome in. We're happy to have you. And the fact that you're getting value out of it is literally the goal for me. So that makes me so happy, bro. Let's see. Frank's ability, Tony D, thank you for the super chat, says Frankie's ability to generate analogies and metaphors needs to be studied. Yo, shout out to Tony D. I think it's literally how I teach TA is through like analogies and stuff. I think it's just like it's how I learn. I think that's why I like when I want to learn something. I think the best way for someone to explain it to me is to use analogies. That's the best way I understand it. So when I understand something from the inside out, I think I best explain it through analogies because that's how I learn. So yeah, shout out to Tony D. Let's see. RWA tokens on fire. Let's go. Shout out to Octavio. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Go RWA. Real world assets, baby. Let's get it. Alex says, thank you for the super chat. I said it, not him. AVAX, I asked for ICP chart before, not XRP. Can we see the chart and thoughts on a little thoughts on the little upside movement? Have we bottomed on ICP? Shout out to Alex. Yeah, we can take a look at ICP in just a second. Let me wrap up these super chats. Shout out to Wick. 589 said, could you help me out on hedging? Like, if I thought XRP was going to $5 to $7 and I scaled out at 4 to 5, then use those gains to buy TIA. Shout out to Wick589. So, if you thought XRP was going to go to $5 to $7 and I scaled out at $4 to $5, then use those gains to buy a TIA. Shout out to Wick589. Let me know in the chat. I don't know if I understand the question. Shout out to Wick589. Don't send another super chat, though. Tony or one of the mods, just grab one of his free chats and just ping it for me. And then I don't know if I fully understand that. Like, if you scaled out at $4 to $5, then use those. I kind of feel like this might be a riddle, to be honest. Shout out to Wick589. We know 589. Wick589 is a famous poet, guys. World-renowned poet. So I feel like I might just not be understanding the art here. But yeah, let me know what you mean, bro, and I'll try to answer you. But yeah, if you scaled out of XRP around $4 to $5, then use those gains to. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's like at a good buying point, I think that's fine. But yeah, I don't know if I understand the question. But shout out to Wick589, also world-renowned poet. Shout out to Jesse. Jesse says like goal achieved. What the? We have 1,454 likes. Am I looking at the wrong? Am I having a fever dream right now? I can't read. Guys, I literally feel like I'm having a fever dream. Like, I can't fully understand Wick's question. I keep mixing up my words. We have 1,455 likes. That doesn't even sound realistic. Wait, how many people did we even have in here? What was the peak concurrent? Tony D, what the? That's fishy. Something fishy here. 1154. We have 1,488 likes. We've been like just getting to 1,000 lately. What the heck is going on, guys? Guys, I gotta go watch this fight, guys. I think I'm losing my mind. Yo, Div X-Ray said I just gave you a ton of likes. Let's go. Shout out to Div X-Ray, bro. 1.4K likes. How was that? Shout out to the Mafia. Let's go, baby. Dropping those likes. I appreciate you guys so much. And we're gonna give you guys some. Frankie Candles hats and some Cardano, and I guess some Solana as well. That is actually insane. I didn't even notice. That's what I mean. How did that just randomly happen like that? Yo, Digital Pencil said, Frankie, put in the bet after the stream, please. All right, we're gonna bet on Mike. We're gonna bet on Mike, guys. We're gonna bet on Mike. We'll do it. We'll do it. What are the odds? Does anybody know the? Yeah, 1.5. Okay, wait a second. What is going on? How many? We only have 985 people in here. This is suspicious. 100x leverage like trade. Yo, shout out to who said? Oh my God, it disappeared. Shout out to Skywalker. Mike looks like a beast. Mike does look like a beast. Lot of free hats and sheep. 1549. That is wild. Interesting. Sui. Shout out to Sui. Bots hitting the likes. Let's go. Yeah, that seems a little fishy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how, I mean, obviously people funnel in, right? So it's not that suspicious. We peaked at 1,200. I guess, yeah. I mean, because if we peak at 1,200, it doesn't mean there were only ever 1,200 people in the stream. Tony actually knows the math on this. Tony's like an analytic whiz. He knows when price. I know when price. He knows when likes. Like, people come in and then, like, they shuffle out at a certain rate. Like, there's a churn rate. Like, people come in, we'll have 1,200, and then, like, 300 people will leave, but then 300 new people will come in. It's very wild. Well, shout out to the Mafia, all 993 of you guys still in here. Thank you for smashing that like button. 1,571 likes, guys. We're going to be giving away some good stuff here in just a minute. But yeah, let's go ahead. We'll take a look at ICP real quick. Let's take a look at ICP. And Wick, Tony D, or Rob, or any of the mods, if you guys can try to get Wick's question, I really want to answer it for him. Or let me know if I misunderstood the, what do you call it? The chat. Let's go, Tyson live stream with Frankie. Yo, let's go. That would be kind of fire. But I think we'd get shut down, right? Because I don't think I can, you get in trouble. Subscribe to the Mafia. Shout out to Tom. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, not just to be in the Candle Mafia, but to get this fire TA, guys. We literally, I don't like saying we called it, but you take a look at these volume profiles, guy. Dogecoin, XRP, looking for those pumps the day before they happen. Not saying Dogecoin to the moon until it happens, and then we say we're right? We show the information, and we actually tell you when we think it's going to pump, and oftentimes it does happen. So you don't want to miss this information. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll even... Oh, Tony, it was the like button animation, bro. That was it. I've never used this before. That was it. It might be it. Maybe we'll get a bunch of subs if we hit... Smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, guys. But let's take a look at ICP real quick here, guys. So, yeah, I mean, this is clean, right? This is in a lot of the situations that a lot of the other altcoins are in, right? But we don't have the 2021 kind of top like we do on a lot of the other coins, just because this looked like a scam in the beginning, guys. Honestly, looked like a scam. But is it actually a scam? I don't think so. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Jesse. Thank you for the super chat. He said, make a like police mod. I'm applying for sure. Shout out to Jesse. Yeah, your application would be at the tippy top, bro. Shout out to Jesse. I mean, we may at some point need more mods in the chat. So, yeah, shout out to Jesse. I can appreciate you guys. Or I do appreciate you guys. ICP. ICUP. Okay, so looking at this, guys, very simply, here's the levels. I'll give you the speed run on ICP here. There's your upper range, right? Now, I can't promise you an exact time, date, and shape that price will make to get up here. But what I can say is when you pump out of this local range that you have, you are very likely to do what we do, what a lot of these other coins do, which is go seek out the previous area of balance sitting right here. Bada boom, flip that to support, POC, value area high. Looking to fill that range and hole once you get above that value area low. So your key level right now, simply going to be $10.64. Flip that to support. That opens up the door to about $15.35. And that POC at about $12.97. That's your next level. The annoying thing here for ICP is that I can't really get you a sound upper range above that. But what I can do is pull the wonky ranges, right? So I would probably pull something like this. This would be a big level to watch. Very simply put. Value area low, POC, value area high. So, get above here, bada boom, flip this to support. Looking for that to come up into that major value area. Now, are you going to have other levels in here? Very likely, right? If we pull up the naked points of controls, I'll give you some nice levels here. Pull up the monthly. And I'm going to have to change the setting here real quick. Bear with me. There we go. You got an NPOC here, a monthly NPOC up here at that value area high. That would be a key level to watch. Obviously, we're pretty far away from it at this point. But and then this one is sitting all the way up at $151. Those are obviously pretty far away, but really the only ones that are relevant, right? The only other relevant ones are lower, which hopefully we don't have to go back down and see, at about $452, right? Yeah. So let's pull up the weekly here, see if we can get any other confluence. You do have a weekly naked point of control sitting. Whoops. Right here. Weekly MPOC. Bada boom. Bada bing. All right. So you got those. Weekly MPOC up here as well. So that's going to be, this is kind of your doorway, right? Because if we pull up that VPVR real quick. Come on down to a lower time frame. Zoom out a bit. You can see here, right? If I just hide the TA and hide the so yeah, I mean if you look here, once you start cracking these highs here, come on volume, there we go. Once you start cracking this weekly naked point of control, there is really not much there. I literally have to like extend these I I literally have to extend the width of this like a ton to show you. Like there's like no volume up here, right? Well, actually, I have to zoom out to even show that volume. Come on, volume. There we go, right? Like maybe I don't want to extend it by 500. Maybe I'll just do like 150. So yeah, you can see like once you lose this high volume node up here, pretty big gap up to this zone right up here. All right, so I'll just snipe this level for you guys. Bada boom. That's like your next big target to the upside. Now, this is obviously pretty far away, but doorway to higher prices. I'll even label this / door to the moon, right? So if we get up here, hold this as support, fly through that low volume range, right, or low volume gap up into this zone here between $43 and $37. That does not mean that it's an instant pump. Doesn't mean that we're definitely going there, but that's the if this then that. But let's get through here first, right? Let's get up here, fly through the range, etc. Got to work out this whole kind of situation first. So there you go. And then also, you know, to give a little more context here, let me actually, pull this like that, right? This is nice. And here's the thing for ICP. I'll be honest with you. I might buy some ICP down here. And I'll explain to you why. Very simple. It is the idea of simple technical analysis. This is nothing special. This is nothing secret. This is nothing special. This is nothing I invented. This is something you can do as well. We got the breakout of the range, and now we've gotten a retest of that prior range. This does not look that bad. And if you pull your fib from the low to the high, I'm saying this like it's guaranteed going to be the case. I don't know. We'll see. From the high to the low, you came down for that 786 retracement. 786, value area high. So, you know, I'll be honest with you. People are not gonna want to buy ICP, right? No one really cared about ICP down here, I don't think. I wasn't really paying attention, you know, to what people were thinking at least. But, you know, everybody wants to buy ICP up here. Everyone's making ICP videos up here. Nobody wants to buy it down here, right? So this is the 786 retracement. If we're expecting, right? Let's pull up LuxAlgo really quickly. Shout out to LuxAlgo. If you guys are interested in checking out their premium indicators, check them out in the link in the description down below. But they are a channel sponsor. But I'm just going to genuinely show you this on a higher time frame. Let us get rid of our smart trail. It's a little bit hard to see here, so we don't actually have what I'm looking for, at least on ICP. But we do have it on a lot of the altcoins, to be quite honest. But for the most part, here's the idea, right? Bullish change of character. Man, I kind of wanted to hide all this. But you get the bullish change of character right here, right? Big move to the upside. At that point, you are looking at this as a lackluster push to the downside to put in a higher low to continue the overall trend to the upside. Now, I know we got a bearish change of character here, but sometimes you just get that fake out. And with where we are in the cycle, with all the other altcoins starting to move like crazy, this could be a high probability of a fake out of the trend, right? We might just continue up here. And the fact, where are we going to be looking for those higher lows to come in before getting the bigger move to the upside? You're going to be looking at your golden pocket 786. This whole zone, honestly. You might have bounced off the golden pocket, but if you don't, you're looking at the 786. And not only did you come down and put in that higher low, or about to potentially put that higher low in at that value area high 786, but also it's the retap and retest of the prior range high. Breakout, retest the previous range, and that's what Dogecoin did. Right now, you sometimes can go for that POC, so be careful. But that's what Dogecoin did. Simply put, breakout, retest the prior range, bing bong. So, but everybody's going to want to buy ICP when it's up here. So keep that in mind. I'm looking at that. Higher low potentially to come in. Now, if we break back down into the range, the nice thing about the volume profiles is it gives you context. Break back down below this range, looking for the POC and potentially the value area low. But that POC sometimes is the area you want to retest, just like on Dogecoin. Dogecoin went for the POC, but it's not a guarantee. That value area high test is a thing that can happen as well, especially if it's on a 786. So, yeah, but it's clear. You have that doorway to lower prices. You lose this, probably going to that POC. So there you go. That's what I would be looking at on ICP. There you go, CandleMafia. Let's see. All right. Well, with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and give away some crypto for 1,600 likes. Unbelievable. Man, I think I'm not going to lie, I think the lower third like button actually worked. It is kind of suspicious. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how, because, I don't know how people, buy views and stuff, right? Like, if you buy views or likes or something, it's so clear. Like, it's so obvious. To the point where, that makes me suspicious. 1,616 likes. That's, that seems, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe the bull run is really that back. I don't know. Let's go. Tyler's going to give me a hat. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Crabman. Let's go. Crypto Crabman, we're rooting for you, bro. We're rooting for Crabman. We're rooting for Crabman on tonight's live stream for the hat giveaway. He wants a hat. He doesn't want that ADA or Solana. Shout out to Tyler Durden, guys. I'm going to give you 35 seconds to click that link and go like and leave a comment on that video. And while I set this stuff up, get your last entry in. I want a hat too. Shout out to Gen Z. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Say, give us $1 million. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's go. All right, let's see here. Let me pull up the giveaway picker. Let me grab that link. Let me grab that link. It keeps moving away. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Andy. Said they're not Googling. They're running back to crypto streams that they watched 4 years ago. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's see. It's the fight tonight, man. Let's go. Maybe it's the fight. Maybe they think this is TA on the odds of Jake Paul versus Tyson. Gala if time. Keith, we'll try to take a look at Gala if we have time. All right, let's see here. Bada boom, bada bing. Let me grab that link. Bada boom. Copy link. Bring it over here. Give away picker. Oh, this news story says Bitcoin to hit up to $1.5 million by 2030. Says Kathy Woods. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Not that I think that's impossible or anything. We do have a lot of things that are different this time, guys. But I will say Kathy Woods said Bitcoin was going to $1 million in 2021. So yeah, I think she's going to be right at some point. I don't know what year it's going to be though. Shout out to Kathy Woods. She has been bullish on Bitcoin though, so you got to give her that. Let's see. Random giveaway picker. Okay, here we go. All right, I got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get your last entries in. Bada boom. Let's see. First time watching. Shout out to Rico. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in and welcome to the Candle Mafia. Thank you for being here, bro. We are happy to have you. Oh, I'll try again, Frankie. Yo, shout out to Wick. Dang it. Wick, I can't see the chat, bro. I can't see it. Wick, if you have a serious question, hit me up on Discord, bro. I'll make sure I run through and I find it for you. Shout out to Wick. I feel bad. Wick asks an actual question and I just miss it and I can't understand it. Yo, shout out to Gonzo. Said Frankie's likes are the real indicator for the bull run. Full porting my account right now. Shout out to full port crew. Let's get it. It's an actual serious question. Okay, Wick, hit me up on Discord. I'll make sure I answer you, man. Don't worry about the super chat. I got you, brother. You've been here. You're the super OG and one of the rare people that I've met in real life, bro. So shout out to you, man. Let's see. Okay. Let's go ahead and all right, here we go. I'm pasting the link, guys. Here we go. Bada boom. Not include replies. Oh, wait, I'm not showing this. Hang on. Bada boom. There we go. All right. Here we go. 562 comments. All right. Shout out to Tyler Durden. What do we got here? We got 5 hats. I know that. I guess we have 10 ADA bags. And, okay, we got 10 hats and 10 bags of Ada. WTF, alt season is coming, top 3 coins. Shout out to the video. But, oh yeah, 400 in Soul? Is it 400 in Soul? How many light goals did we hit? Shout out to Tyler. 400 in Soul, 10 hats, and 10 bags of Ada. Question mark. WTF. Tyler, are you saying, why am I saying that? Or are you saying, like, WTF, how did we hit those light goals? Let me know. Is it actually 400? I want to make sure we do the right thing. Early Christmas gift for me, Frankie hat. Let's go. Shout out to Jason. 300,000 Ada, and it's okay to become a millionaire? Maybe. I just got to run that math. Trying to bankrupt Frankie. 1,000 Soul. Dave Digital's on the dark side. He's trying to bankrupt those guys. All right, well, we'll start with the 10 Cardano bags. And then we'll see we'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye out for Tyler's chat. All right, winner number 1 for a bag of Ada. We got 10 of these guys. I'm going to speed run these. Here we go. Winner number 1, who's it going to be? Z Legend says, GG. Shout out to Z Legend. Thank you for watching the content. Smash that like button, leaving a comment. We're going to send you some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord and go get your money, baby. Winner number 2. Here we go. We really got to speed run these. Winner number 2, Crypto Boy says, thanks for the sauce, Frankie. Bing bong. Shout out to you, man. You know what to do, Crypto Boy. Go ahead and smash that free, hit that free Discord and go to the help center and claim your prize. I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure. Your winner number 2. Winner number 3 is going to be Kasim Crypto said, King Frankie. We need to get a crown in here. King Frankie. We're crowned now, baby. We're crowned now. Shout out to Kasim Crypto. We're sending you some free Cardano. Your winner number 3. Thank you for being here. Winner number 4 is going to be Vivek. Shout out to Vivek. Said, great video, Frankie. I'm new here. Well, Vivek, welcome in, bro. Welcome to the CandleMafia. And here's your welcome present. We're sending you a bag of Cardano. Hit that free Discord. Go to the help center and get your free prize. Winner number 5. Who's it going to be? Tony said, Frankie always dropping the alpha, also known as Sauce. Shout out to Tony1188. Not to be confused with Tony D. Yo, shout out to Tyler. Is that a question? Are you asking me? I'm asking you. You're the boss. Listen, Tyler. I don't want to get fired here. I don't want to give away the wrong amount. But yeah, I mean, I guess 400. Is that it? I don't know. The question marks are getting me though. I don't know if you're saying WTF, that's crazy, or if you're like asking me to confirm if that's correct. I mean, I guess we gotta do it now. All right, Frankie always dropping off. Thank you to Tony. Appreciate you, bro. You are winner number 5. Who is gonna be next? Winner number 6. Leandro Santiago says, thank you, Frankie. Shout out to Leandro Santiago. Just going to call you Santiago. That's a tongue twister for me. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for watching the content. You're winner number 6 for sending you a free bag of Cardano. Thank you for being here and subbing to the channel. Winner number 7, Crypto Carry. Let's go. Shout out to Nephew Candles. Yo, shout out to Nephew Candles. I'm actually going to see him here very soon. Shout out to Crypto Carry. Thank you for being here, bro. You're winner number 7 for a free bag of Ada. Thank you for always being here. And hopefully you're in the live stream here. Hopefully the winners are in the live stream. I love when the winners are in here. Anxious Trader said, stream ready. Let's go, bro. You are winner number 8. Thank you for being here, Anxious Trader. And for like the 10th time, we're going to turn you into the Confident Trader, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Go get that free Cardano. You're winner number 8. Who is going to be winner number 9? Eddie RVA. Okay, Tyler Jordan said 200 in Soul and 5 hats from the 13th. You said some hats for 50 likes today. Okay, so 200 Soul, 5 hats. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Tyler Durden's the GOAT. Okay, so that's it. 200 in Soul, 5 hats. I was going to say 400. I don't think we hit the goal. I mean, we did get a ton of likes here. So 200 Soul, in Soul, 5 hats. We are looking to try to figure out an easier way to do these giveaways, guys. So these will be changing. We'll still be giving stuff away like crazy like we always do, but it's going to be done a little differently, a little easier. 200 Soul, 5 hats, 10 bags of Ada. Winner number 9 is Eddie RVA. Shout out to Eddie RVA. Says, let's go, baby. Or no, you're winner number 9. And now, winner number 10. Shout out to Eddie. Hit that free Discord, bro. Winner number 10, Jesse the Like Police himself. Let's go. Shout out to Jesse. Thank you for your service, my friend. And we're going to send you some Cardano for your service. We appreciate you, bro. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Yo, Dave says 400 solar, nothing. Guy, 850 likes. Oh, my God. I'm dying. Literally dying right now. Please help me. I quit. Yo, I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. All right, we're just going to roll with it. I don't know what's going on. I wish that we could just have intercoms. Like me, Tony, and Tyler, and the mods, Rob, everybody just has. Frankie, we got a hater in the chat. We took care of him. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate you. Frankie to Rob. Rob to Frankie. We hit our like goal. Shout out to the mods. Let's go. We should have walkie-talkies, guys. That would be absolutely fire. Okay. All right. So 10 ADA giveaways are done. So let's go ahead. We'll do the 5 hats next, and then we'll do the $200 in Soul. Tony D, if you could do a poll, figure out if we want to give it to one person or 2 people. Let the Mafia pick what they want. But here we are. 5 hats, guys. 5 hats. Who's it going to be? Winner number 1. I always hope that the hats go to OGs just because I just feel like they've been here for so long. It's like they've earned the hat. But we're happy to give it away to new Mafia members as well. Get you started on the right track. Winner number 1, who's it going to be? King Enzo, talking about OGs. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Hopefully you're in the chat. Actually, I think I did see you recently. Shout out to King Enzo. It's been a while since you've been in here. I said, what's up, Mafia? What's up, bro? We remember you, bro. We remember you. Don't you worry. But yeah, shout out to you, bro. We're giving you a Frankie Candles hat. Let's get it. You deserve it. Hopefully you're in the chat. Shout out to King Enzo. Winner number 2 for a Frankie Candles hat, Anthony. Why did I say that? Anthony. Hey, Tony. What's up, bro? Shout out to you, bro. He says, bing bong. Shout out to you, man. You're winner number 2 for a Frankie Candles hat. I don't know what color it will be. I don't know. But you got a Frankie Candles hat. Hit that free Discord. Go to the Help Center and claim your prize. Winner number 3. Who's it going to be? I don't know. The ones that I have to pronounce slowly, guys, I always think is going to be a bad word. But I don't think it is. It's Tatakmatatag. Anyway, shout out to Tag. I'll call him Taka Taka. Shout out to Taka Taka. Says, bing bong. We're going to send you a hat, bro. You are winner number 3. Yeah, you're winner number 3, right? Oh, God. Tata. Shout out to Tata. It's the hat with the leather patch. Shout out to Tyler. Wait, hang on. Joe Dave says, Frankie, you said 400 soul and 216 and at $216 each, that's $84,000 giveaway today. That's it. Done deal. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's go. Yeah, Tata is 3. Let's go. Shout out to Tatas. All the Tatas out there. Shout out to you guys. Winner number 4. Who's it going to be? Lucho coming in and rigging the giveaways once again. Lucho, it holds a world record, guys. Did I win? Look, he's laughing because he knows. Lucho somehow wins the giveaways constantly. Shout out to Lucho. There's literally no way to rig this. He's just like Lucho, the luckiest Candle Mafia member out there. Shout out to Lucho, bro. You did win, and you're getting a Frankie Candles hat, so you can wear it as a badge of honor that you've rigged the giveaways. Shout out to Lucho, bro. All right, Lucho. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here for so long. And, yeah, we're going to give you that hat. Last winner. Who's it going to be? Bada boom, bada bing. All right, here we go. Winner number 5. XRP wins. Can we get some?
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Shout out to XRP wins. We're sending you a Frankie Candles hat. And shout out to you, bro. Thank you for leading us into. Hey, yo, Jay.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
All right, let's give away the
I don't
Savannah,
wanna
baby.
talk how How you try and press the kid and read it, you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you.
All right, here we go. Yo, let's go. Yo, the dancing emoji kills me, Dave. The dancing emoji absolutely kills me, bro. All right. So, what are we doing? Okay, so I don't think Tony's in here anymore. But maybe he didn't hear me, or maybe he's just behind. But all right. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want. Maybe we should. All right. I want to do it this way. K Diggity, you're picking, bro. You're picking. K Diggity, you're the boss right now. Are we giving 200 Solana? So, I said put 1 in the chat, but I didn't say what. We need to know if we want to give 200 to one winner. I think that's good. It's like almost like a full soul for one person. All right, we're doing that. 1's in the chat for the one person that's getting 200 Solana. Here we go. Spam that chat, guys. Let's see how fast we can get it. We got 1,686 likes. Let's smash that like button and see if we can get that chat rate up to 400. I'm going to spam it too. I don't know what to spam, though. I don't know. I'm spamming random letters. I don't care. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get that chat rate up. Let's go. Banned. Everyone gets banned, including me. Let's go. All right, continuing on here. Who's gonna win the $200 in Solana? Let's go. We're rooting for Crypto Crab Man. He didn't get a hat, so we're rooting for the Solana. Let's go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. $200 in Solana is going to Edward. Okay, it was a little bit of a long comment. I thought it might have been a scam. Oh my God. Guys, I'm getting trolled by the chair right now. Shout out to Edward Webb Jr. Shout out to you, bro. Said, thank you, Frankie, for doing the altcoin video the very same night of the live stream. Let's go. Shout out to Edward, bro. We got to get that sauce out there. 346 chat rate. Let's go. Pumping up that chat. Let's get it. But yeah, shout out to Edward, bro. We got to get that information out to the Mafia. I appreciate you for watching. We're going to send you $200 in Solana. And then hopefully it rips to $1,000 and we can 5x that investment. So shout out to Edward, shout out to the CandleMafia, and shout out to everybody who smashed the like button and left a comment on those videos. We always like to give back to the CandleMafia, guys, anytime we can, which is every Friday. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what I'm looking at here for Bitcoin moving into the weekend. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got. I'm going to take my crown off here and put it to the side for the weekend. Type a 1 in the chat for Mike Tyson. Type a 2 in the chat for Jake Paul. And I will see you guys on Monday, same place, same time. If anything crazy happens over the weekend, I'll drop a market update. I'll keep the CandleMafia updated on what I'm looking at, so you're never lost. I will hold that candle and light the way for the CandleMafia. See you guys tomorrow, or Monday, same place, same time. Go touch grass. Go watch the fight. It seems like everybody wants Mike to win. So I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
What's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving it energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Phoebe! Come on, let go. Phoebe, let go. I'll give you food. Come on, let go. It's okay. I got you, babe. Don't worry. Come on. Phoebe, let go. Oh my God. Are you okay? Guys, Phoebe was just gnawing on Mrs. Candle's feet. Phoebe, get out of here. Get out of here, Phoebe. It's okay, Mrs. Candles. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Shout out to K Diggity. Yes, Phoebe does chew on Mrs. Candles once in a while. But yeah, I gotta go. Oh God, now she's ruining the house. I gotta go, guys. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Say bye, Mrs. Candles. Bye-bye. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the